Hi, this is Sheila Collins, creator of Actors Launch Program. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Because you're here, it means you're interested in finding out tips and strategies to get your career as an actor launched in the way you really want it to be launched. This program is fully online and it is structured around modules. My method I call the TKS method. T is for tools, K is for knowledge, S is for strategies. And these are the tools and knowledge and strategies that I used to launch my own career. I came to Hollywood in 2014, got an agent, a commercial agent, on my very first day here. And then on the very last day of 2014, I got a theatrical agent. So it was January or so of 2015 that I started auditioning for film and TV roles. Meanwhile, I had been doing commercials and print ads with my commercial agent, and that was doing pretty well. So I started doing the auditioning in 2015, early 2015. My first appearance on TV was in General Hospital. I mean, okay, one of the longest running soaps ever. And from there, it just continued on and on and on. And I didn't know that I was going to have the kind of success I had because, well, I came from nowhere and I was an older adult woman and I clearly was in a demographic where other women had been in the business for a long time. They'd made connections. They put in their dues. They did, put in their dues. They had paid their dues. That's it. They paid their dues, and they were making progress in their career. And I applaud every single success that those women had because I know they paid their dues. But I came in, and in less than 5 years, from scratch, I was able to get 16 film and TV credits, plus a web series, and commercials and print ads, and I never thought I would be able to do it so well. But the reason I did so well is because I had a plan. I educated myself. I had a strategy, and those plans, that education, those strategies, they worked. They worked for me. And all I wanted to do was be a working actor. And guess what? I was. And I am. And I'll even tell you, I was in Costa Rica for 9 months and still got auditions from my LA agent. So that's also going to be something that we're going to talk about. So stay tuned at the end of this video because I'm also going to give you one great tip that you can use right now, and it will help to jumpstart your career in acting and film and TV. Okay, so the course is structured around modules. The first module is tools. Now, obviously, we're going to discuss headshots and resumes, but did you know that there are specific kinds of tricks that you could use to try and figure out your type? Yeah, I'm going to share that with you. I'm also going to share with you the kinds of things you should talk to your headshot photographers about. The angles that you need to kind of figure out, oh, I look better from this side, or, whatever. Okay, don't let me start. We're also going to talk about websites because there's lots of actor websites out there. They all cost money on usually a monthly basis. Sometimes you can pay yearly, but you don't need to be on every single one of them. So we're going to talk about the ones that are essential and the ones that you can, well, they're kind of optional. The other thing is classes. Classes and workshops. Workshops, obviously, if you know much about the acting industry, especially in LA, workshops have become kind of controversial. That doesn't mean that they are not still very useful. We're going to talk about ways to make them strategically selected so that you get in front of the right people at the right time. And reels. That's the little tidbit that I'm going to drop on you. Okay, that's module number 1. Module number 2 is your knowledge. You're going to need to know all about how breakdown services works. You're going to need to know all about how casting directors work, what they see when they see the breakdowns. And for those who are maybe not familiar with that term, breakdowns are the role descriptions of a TV or film that your agent or yourself, you can self-submit. Oh, that's something I forgot to mention. Self-submissions is one of your tools. And you'll find out how casting directors really work so that you can position yourself in the right way and not just be with everybody else who's, kind of spinning their wheels and not getting much done regarding casting directors. Also agents. And, you need to know what the best kinds of relationships you can have with agents are and what they expect, what you can look for, what they look for. Module 3 is mindsets. Now, as actors, we've all been there, down in the dumps. Our acting career is not going the way we want it to go, and we start with the negative self-talk. I got you. I am a former psychotherapist. One of the things that I did to help my clients in psychotherapy was to learn tools and methods to overcome their negative self-talk. Because if you're talking negatively to yourself about yourself and your confidence is waning and you're feeling anxious and nervous, all that's going to come through. When you do get auditions, they're going to see that. It's going to be written on you like a billboard. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to keep your mindset positive, even when things aren't going the way you would like them to go. So that's Module 2. Those are some of the things we're going to cover in Module 2. And in Module 3, that was Module 3, mindset. In Module 4, that's when we get into the strategy. That's when you take all the tools that you have put together, all the knowledge that you now have about the way things really work as opposed to the way you would like them to work. Because believe me, we're not going to go into Hollywood or to Atlanta or New York or anywhere else where film and TV industries operate and change those. So we need to know how they work so that we can have them work to our advantage, and that's where the strategies come in. You put those 3 things together and you will begin to have the career you want to have. This is not an acting course. It is a launch program to get your the business part of your career in top-notch shape so that you can be in the game. That's what you want. You want to be in the game. So that's the program. Now, let me just tell you one of the tips. So a lot of people, if you do not have the kind of film and reels that you would like to have, here's a tip. So you probably have at least 2-3 friends who have an iPhone or any kind of smartphone. You can have them set their cameras up, one on this side of your scene partner. You have a scene partner, let me start with that. You have a scene partner, you have them face you, and then you have your camera people on either side of your scene partner. So you see the back of your scene partner's head or shoulders or whatever, but they're focused on you. You're talking to your scene partner. You're not looking at either of the cameras, but you've got those close-ups of your face. Now, the really important thing, of course, is that before you get to that point, you've got to choose really good scenes for yourself. And this is something that we can also talk about. We have to talk about that. That's going to come into the area of your tools with your resume and headshots. But pick pick the scenes that are best for your type and rehearse. Get those scenes down so tight that you could do it in your sleep and film them. Put them up on your websites. They don't have to be professionally, the lighting and the sound and all the rest of that. What casting directors and agents want to see is you. They want to see you and how you act, how you bring characters to life. And no one can do it like you can because you are unique. So that's your little tidbit. Get out there, get started with your reels, let's do this. Take care, people. Thank you.